Good morning, students. Today we'll start part 5 of mineral and power resources. In the previous video, we studied about non-conventional sources of energy and about three sources of energy, non-conventional sources of energy we discussed. Today we'll discuss about next source of energy, geothermal energy. It is non-conventional source of energy, because geothermal energy means, geo means earth, right? From earth we get energy. So what is the geothermal energy? It's very simple: heat and energy. Heat energy from earth, from the depth of earth, because you know that interior of earth is of very high temperature, is having very high heat. Understand? So if we go interior the earth, here water, due to heat of earth, water gets very hot, and after that sometimes it comes out as hot springs. Clear? And sometimes it is used as the steam. It comes out on the earth's surface, right, as steam, and this steam is used to move turbines, and then it is converted into electricity by generator. So in this way, the heat and energy from the earth is used to convert electricity. Clear? So this energy is used to convert electricity, and it is known as geothermal energy. It is geothermal energy. In the world, USA is the largest producer of geothermal energy. New Zealand, Iceland, Philippines and Central America are other producers of geothermal energy. Understand? In India, two main centers are there. One is Puga Valley in Ladakh, and Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh, right? These are two important places where geothermal energy is produced. So it's very simple to understand geothermal energy. It is the energy that is obtained from the heat of the earth. Clear? And in 7th class we studied that the interior of earth is very hot. So due to heatness of the interior of earth, water gets very hot, and when it comes out as hot springs and as steam, so this is used to move turbines, and then it is converted into electricity by generator. Understand? So it is geothermal energy. Now we will study about next source of energy. So next is tidal energy. Dear students, you are very familiar with the word tidal or tides. Clear? Oceanic water, when comes up, then it is called high tide, and when it gets down, it is called low tide. So oceanic tides are used to generate electricity. How these are used to generate electricity? During the high tide, these are the floodgates. Clear? Floodgates, dams. Floodgate dams are built across inlets. Clear? So during the high tides, water gets flow into the inlets, and when it is low tides, then the water is get out back through a pipe to move turbines, and then due to this turbine, generator converts this speed of water into electricity. So in this way, tidal energy is very useful, because after setting up once the project, it's very cheap, right? So tidal energy is very important in India. Gulf of Kutch is very important center of tidal energy. In world, Russia, France, Germany, etc. are the important producer of tidal energy. So this was tidal energy. It was very easy because after making the flood dams across the inlets, then during the high tides water gets trapped into the inlets, and after high tides gone, during the low tides water is coming back towards from the pipes, and then it causes moving the turbines, and then it converts the speed into electricity. So this is tidal energy. Next is biogas. This is also non-conventional source of energy because it is very cheap after using. Once the plant generates with very good efficiency, the power generation with the help of biogas, the shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste are used to generate biogas. Understand? Decomposition of organic matter yield gas which has higher thermal efficiency in comparison of cow dung and kerosene and charcoal. Understand? And one more very good advantages of biogas, that it produces good quality of manure or fertilizer which is used in the fields to grow good crops. Cattle dung is used for gobar gas plant generally in rural areas. So biogas is basically used in the villages or in rural areas to generate the power which is used for cooking and heating. Understand? So this is about biogas. It is also very important, and now we will study the advantages and disadvantages, all the sources, non-conventional sources of energy, and we'll also go through some diagrams of these sources. Now let's discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of non-conventional sources of energy. First is wind energy. Wind energy, we have discussed about it. Advantages are non-polluting because it is clean and safe, and low cost production of electricity after setting up once. Disadvantages: noise pollution because when it works it makes noise. Windmills costly to set up and disturbs radio and TV reception and harmful to birds because sometimes birds are killed in the blades of windmill. So these are the advantages and disadvantages. Next one is solar energy. Advantages: inexhaustible because sun is for always, so solar energy is inexhaustible. Non-polluting, there is no pollution. Disadvantages: very expensive because solar panels and solar cells are very expensive, and diffuse source so gets wasted, right? After that, advantages of tidal energy: non-polluting and inexhaustible, same. And disadvantages: destroys wildlife habitat and difficult to harness because it's very difficult to make floodgates in the inlets, right, on the sea mouths during generating tidal energy, so it's very difficult to harness it. Nuclear energy emits large amount of energy. Advantages: disadvantages: generates radioactive wastes, and those are very harmful for the living beings, and very expensive. Generating nuclear energy is very expensive. Biogas advantages: low cost, easy to operate, and makes use of bio waste. Disadvantages are causes greenhouse effect, right? This is only one disadvantage of biogas. Geothermal energy, when we generate energy with the help of heat of the interior of the earth. So advantages are clean, eco-friendly, and always available. It is available. Disadvantage is located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity. So these were the advantages and disadvantages of all the non-conventional sources of energy.